What's going on, Colts Nation? Appreciate you joining me for another video. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about free agency, a little bit about trading. And the first thing here, a little bit on free agency, where the Colts have re-signed Trey Sermon. So adding Trey Sermon back into that backfield, we saw that he was able to be effective for the Colts whenever he had to get in the games. So having him come in, I think it was probably a good choice by the Colts, right, with what Zach Moss wanted to get paid. Go ahead, let him go somewhere, make his money. We have Trey Sermon, who came in, and when he had to split the backfield with Zach Moss, it was like equal production, right? In the Shane Steichen offense, an offense that he was in, and Philly as well, so he knows the offense, and he's going to be comfortable in his role, right? Right now, the Colts have Jonathan Taylor, Trey Sermon, Evan Hull, and Tyler Goodson. So they have a backfield that they're familiar with. We'll see if they decide to add anything, and there's somebody that I think could be added through the draft, and we'll definitely talk about that soon enough. But for the time being, Trey Sermon is back as an Indianapolis Colt. Okay, and then the next thing to talk here is a little bit of an update on the whole L'Jarius Sneed situation, something that we've been monitoring very closely. And there's something that the Chiefs did last night makes me think, hey, maybe it really is possible. Maybe they will do something, because we know Patrick Mahomes opened up $21.6 million of cap space by restructuring his contract. And then last night, the Chiefs went ahead and signed Hollywood Brown. And that deal for him is up to $11 million. So it takes up a big chunk of what was just opened up for the Chiefs. So it'll be interesting to see, right? Does this open the door for L'Jarius Sneed to be traded? Ian Rappaport, after that signing happened, he went on Twitter and said there was a thought that the Chiefs needed to wait until they traded L'Jarius Sneed before making a big-time signing. Instead, they lock up Hollywood Brown. So it sounds like there's still definitely a possibility that they could trade him now. Also, Cam Marino, whatever his name is, same guy that we talked about a couple of days ago with one of his reports. He came out and said that there's a growing thought that L'Jarius Sneed is going to stay and play on the tag and stay there with the Chiefs. But I continue to see information, and this time it's from Colts coverage. Not sure where he got the information, but I continue to see that the holdup with the Sneed trade is reportedly his new extension. So, then you start thinking, okay, what's it going to take for that to happen? I've kind of thought about all this. Somebody made a good point in the video yesterday in the comment section about, what the trade compensation was for the Brian Burns trade. And that's a good point. You look at Brian Burns just getting him in the building, right? It could be first round picks. Trading for somebody like that could be first round picks. But for the Brian Burns trade, the Giants ended up trading a 2024 second round pick, a 2025 fifth round pick, and swapping fifth round picks this year. And a deal like that, like you would think, with Brian Burns as good as he is, of course, he would warrant first round selections. But because the Giants are the ones that are giving him the new deal, in return, they send back less draft compensation. So that is what I assume is something that probably got figured out with the Sneed trade. Again, it sounds like trade compensation's already been figured out. It's just the extension part, right? So they're giving away what they need to in a trade. So then it becomes, what does the extension look like? When you look across the board, the top number in the game right now is Jaire Alexander at $21 million a year. One that just got signed was Jalen Johnson, 4 years, $76 million a year, which is $19 million a year for Jalen Johnson. Now, L'Jarius Sneed on the tag is making $19.8 million. So you have to assume the number is going to be more than that. So to sit here and look at it, you have to think, a 4-year deal worth anywhere between $80 and $90 million would be what L'Jarius Sneed is looking for, right? To make anywhere between 20 mil and 22.5. 22.5 would make him the highest paid corner by $1.5 million a year. So it'd be interesting to see what the numbers are on this. I hope this is something that happens. Now, recently, Kenny Moore tweeted out a picture of him and Julian Blackmon. So maybe Julian Blackmon is coming back. Maybe he got word Julian Blackmon's coming back. Maybe he just wants him to come back. I don't know why he's tweeting the picture. If there's any news about that, I'll get that to you as soon as I possibly can. But for now, this is information that we're working with. Trey Sermon is re-signed. L'Jarius Sneed, there is still a chance that he stays with KC. There's still a chance that he gets traded. And there's still a chance that we end up with Julian Blackmon, even though there is mutual interest with Quandre Diggs and the Colts. So we'll see what happens. Make sure you subscribed with notifications on so you get notified when any updates do come out. Of course, I appreciate you stopping by for another video. And as always, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and go Colts.